Hello. So we're playing Deedlee Doo Carkour today, and Nate just informed me this patch just went live. Game's not out yet, but yeah, very excited to see how he changed space because the game was too easy for me. I just did like a 28-minute speedrun, and yeah, so I'm interested to see how he makes me suffer today. And of course I'll live react with whatever kind of pain I'm gonna be in. So hopefully clouds will be good, but yeah. This will either be a normal or hardcore, I'm not sure which. Hi Boomer. I love this cutscene, it's so cool. Alright. Let's get to it. Alright, we got this tutorial. Oh no! Gotta fix that right away. My y-axis got reverted. Oh no. It's fine. Oh wait. Yeah, no, that's how I like it. I'm gaslighting myself. I don't know whether or not I need my y-axis inverted or not, but no, I'm pretty sure this is how it is. This feels normal to me. So yeah, the turbo thing is pretty interesting. I like this because I don't have the button mash and I can kind of just like... I don't really think it's like cheating because it's not like I'm taking super advantage of everything. But it does help me out generally. So I mean, Castle's pretty much like the shortest area in the game. I'm not really super worried about it. Like, even though I did like a 28-minute speedrun, I don't really consider this to be like a speedrun. I'm gonna try to do all my normal strats and stuff, but I'm kind of just going through. I was so happy that I figured this skip out where you could just like skip most of forests because I don't know. I think like it's not like laid out in a way that's annoying, but it's like, I don't know. I just always have wanted to figure out a way to do it faster. Sometimes I can't get this cloud jump to be like really solid. So a decent backup that I have is to just go over here and do it normally, which I'm probably gonna do. And I get a checkpoint also. Okay, so this seems to be on normal. All right, nope, we're still doing good. Still doing good with this. Yay. But yeah, taking it slow and also kind of explaining my process throughout. But yeah, this is what I do instead of wall jump, which is very fun. I'm just like, wall jumping is slow, so I'm just gonna rock it up, which is part of the fun of this game. You know, other devs, they would just let you, like, they would invisible wall your ass and say, no, you're not allowed to have fun, because it's like, you know, that affects our how long to beat score. And I really respect that Nate was like, nah, if you break the game, that's totally fine. I mean, unless, like, I made space way too easy. So, which I'm really looking forward to see what kind of hell I'm gonna deal with. This is my third speedrun of the day. But I've just been really loving this game. It's all I think about and all I've played really for the longest time. The soundtrack was really fun to do. I'm really proud of the work that I put in. It was very goofy, and at first it was a challenge because I'm not really like a vocalist or anything. So like I'm used to being able to just do stuff with instruments and do everything instrumentally, but you know, sort of pushed out of my comfort zone. And I think that's like one of the coolest things about this project is that, you know, I kind of had to really like react and sort of adapt to the changing the conditions and stuff. I still wrote everything as if I was doing it with instruments, but then I redubbed everything and made it all mouth noises. So what I would normally do is like, you know, for the drums, for example, you know, I'd do like something like that, and then build the song with those samples, and you know, try to figure out exactly what kind of mouth sounds will fit the piece. This song in particular was like one of my favorites to do. And you know, I sort of walked through everything with Nate and like asked like, hey, is this direction okay? Is this tempo okay? Also, I just noticed that there's like 2 holes in the floor there. That's kind of messed up, dude. That's gonna ruin someone's absurd run for sure. I think I might have like fell through one of those a couple of times. But yeah, so far so good. Interesting. I'm not sure if I'm like, I haven't really seen this lighting before. I'm not sure if this is new or not. Is this normal? I honestly don't even know. Everything looks like green instead of yellow, like the flames. They don't look... Everything is just like kind of yellowish, so hopefully this isn't a bug. I mean, I still think this looks kind of cool though. I don't think I'm gonna make it to that building over there, so I'm gonna land on this car, or try to. Honestly, one of the more deceptive things about difficulty in this game is landing, actually. Like, if you're just holding on to your throttle and, you know, you try to land, you're gonna go land all over the place, so it's very important to, like, brake before you land. So that's something that I've learned through my 24 hours with this game. I mean, I haven't played it in a day. I've literally clocked up 24 hours of time. I did that to be safe because in the last patch, that building would disappear and I would clip like right through it. So just playing it safe. It was a lot of fun trying to route through all these areas. And like I figured out like, yeah, no, the buildings are what's going to help you in city because there's a lot of like wall jumps and all kinds of stuff. I'm not really a fan of wall jumps, so I just like to avoid those whenever possible. You know, much to Nate's chagrin, for sure. I like to tease him and say like, hey, look at me not playing your game. I'm skipping over your obstacles in your game. How does that make you feel? He's probably like, yeah, that's cool with me. So I feel generally I can get pretty good with these first few levels, and then Ocean is where it starts getting really tough. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do this as intended for once. Well, on the bright side, I don't think I'm gonna like die as often because I'm doing this as intended, and I'm not gonna deal with like a huge jump. Oh! No! 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 Get up there! No! No, I'm not there yet. Don't yell at me. Okay, there's a crack in the wall here. I want to see if I can, like, maybe get up through that. Hell yeah, let's go. Okay, can I get up top? Yes, good. I don't want to play the difficult level design. I want to do the easy stuff. Let me do the easy stuff. But yeah, I kind of realized I'm not really super good at talking and playing at the same time. I sort of like to lock in, but it's fun to explore these areas and sort of talk about like my process and that sort of thing. I imagine eventually I'll probably do like tutorials and stuff. I really do think a lot of people will probably speedrun this game when it comes out. I think it's just fun and it's goofy and, you know, I think people will really like it. There's a lot to learn and like even if you're really good, the game can humble you still, like very fast. I think I'm gonna try to land on this big patch here. I think that's the strat, for sure. Trying to land on those walls is a mistake. Hopefully this pillar is nice to me and I can land there. Alright, I think this is fine. Question mark? Okay, that's acceptable. That's acceptable. Okay. This is like where the blood pressure kind of goes up for me. This right here, this is like your skill check to get into the clouds. Like, you better get used to not having the floor. You've had it too good with the floor for too long. Okay, we got our checkpoint down there, so hopefully I can get to that and not suffer. That's fine. Alright, we're just gonna go straight up. Try to probably do a quick turnaround. Turn around a couple times so I can kind of get the right angles. The thing that bothers me about this wall jump here is that it's like not perfectly straight. It kind of just like squeezes in a little bit and like pushes out a little bit. Probably sounds horrible out of context, but you know what I mean. Okay, I think we're still good to land in the right spot. All right, clouds. This is about when I was playing through this game for the first time. I told Nate like this is where the game becomes Dark Souls, and I still like have a lot of trouble with this section because it's all pillars and there's no floor for the most part. Oh no!
Follow the arrows. Follow the arrows.
Follow the arrows? There were no arrows. Don't yell at me. The additional VO is so nice. I really love that there's more. Even though I love the you died and you know the you died. It's nice to have a little extra. But yeah, I just sort of have to tell myself, like, you gotta go slow, because going slow is better than going fast and messing up. But yeah, it's kind of unique to have, like, the hard part be landing. Because it's like, if you're not careful about how you land, you're going to end up like somewhere you don't want to be. For this section, I do try to skip every once in a while, but it's good to make sure that you're not going too crazy with it, because it is very easy to mess up. There's a high margin of error. Hopefully this should be fine. Okay, yeah, no, we're good. I really do hate these pillars, man. I hate them. It's the worst obstacle in the game. Especially in this section, because like some of them are like way taller than others. And so you can't get like a good skip. Or they're just like super thin. There's just like... This is where the game really starts to test you and your abilities. And be like, you better not be holding down your throttle the whole time. This song is so goofy. I love it though. So when I was writing the soundtrack, we decided that we wanted to, you know, there was initially another person on the project and he couldn't do it anymore. So I sort of had like a good amount more work to do. But that's totally fine. I mean, I think it was totally understandable. And like, you know, being creatively stifled is a real thing that happens to a lot of artists. And I mean, I don't blame anybody for that happening. But in any case, yeah, I decided that I think the clouds and above the clouds were two different, like two biomes that were close enough to each other. So like I wanted to make a song in which it was a bit more epic to sort of acknowledge the fact that we were losing a song. And it ended up being like one of my favorites. It's like very ambient. I mean, in general, like I like all the songs for different reasons, but this one was the last one to get done. My alarm's probably going off on my phone, so I'll go ahead and turn that off and hopefully don't die here. It just turned 11 o'clock, so if I'm not awake by now, you know, this is like a good time to make sure that I'm doing that. But this is not too awful, I would say. I mean, I think 16 minutes is pretty good for getting through here. This is more than halfway through the game, so. And we're inching ever closer to whatever monstrosity Nate has prepared for me. So I think that's also like adding a bit to the stress of what would normally be a very stressful level for me. Hopefully I can get high enough for this one. Yes, looks like we're getting it. And then you're just like, finally, we're out of pillars. Thank God. But the ground textures are still uneven, so you're gonna have to still focus. You're not exactly out of the woods yet. Another checkpoint. Yay! That's how I feel, because I don't have to do that section anymore. And instead we get meteorites. But I'm cool with the meteorites. They haven't burned me nearly as bad. I'm gonna try to hit this bird, because why not? You know, we're just going with the flow. We're you know, it's not like exactly what I do normally, but I do think there could be something fun here just by going to the meteorites. That was a mistake. I'm regretting that actually. So we're just gonna land on this one. Hopefully I don't die. Okay, good. And yes, this means we're almost to space, and I am very excited / terrified of what's waiting for me. I do really like this build so far. This is super good. I do have a bias towards the soundtrack, honestly. I do love it, and I'm very proud of it. And hearing it in stereo, well, like properly looping and stuff, it just makes me really happy. It feels like a real video game to me now. Not that it never was, but this is like when you see all the pieces come together, you're just like, oh yeah, that's the stuff. All things considered, still doing pretty good. But yeah, I kind of just have to go slow through this because it is really easy to like lose your patience and you're gonna be like, man, this is so slow and so annoying. I'm gonna go like skip a bunch of stuff, but that's where you mess up and you fall. So more than anything, it's like patience is more the obstacle than the obstacles are. Because these may look like the same meteorite, like copy and pasted a few times, but no, like they're different angles. You gotta be focusing on where you're landing and shifting the car very slightly to make sure that you're not landing in a way that you don't want to. Yay! But this is about where my nerves usually start to hit a spike. Because I always like to think about, I don't know, sometimes it's good to be timer blind. And so you're not thinking about the timer so much, but sometimes the timer does lead to some stress. With this game, though, it's super chill because I'm basically like the only one playing it besides Nate right now. I mean, there's probably a couple other folks too, but I mainly talk about it with Nate, so. Okay. Nice fun little crevice there, keeping you on your toes. I think that's also part of what makes this game so fun for me is that you have to stay engaged. You can't really sleepwalk through it. All these meteors, they're not the same size. You have to land on them differently. They're slightly skewed. There's a lot to look out for. So you can't really be complacent in any of it. Inching ever closer to space. I'm starting to see the airplanes and the aliens. Just only a few meteorites left. I think this is like the last line approaching. All right, hopefully I can get to this checkpoint over here. I'm gonna try to risk it for this. Went good, went good. Now I can definitely fly over here. Got our checkpoint, so we do feel a little more secure. What the hell was that, man? I just like went to the very edge. I didn't realize it ended so soon. Okay. Okay. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. This is where you start to think about the tortoise and the hare, and you're just like, slow and steady wins the race. It's better to just do things right and then do things than do things fast and just mess up. You know? I'm actually surprised I've had so much to talk about. But this game really does make you think about like philosophy. Slow and steady wins the race. It's better to do things right slowly than do things fast and mess up. Space is in my view. And we've only got a few meteorites left till we're there. But these are getting increasingly smaller. Little nuggets. Okay, that was good, even though that wasn't a double tap. I can tell this one is just made to piss people off. And then, yeah, just a couple few little short ones. Are you suffering yet? That would actually be a banger VO line. If the kids were just like, are you suffering yet? Nate, put that in the game. Yeah, this one is designed to ruin your day for sure. And then the other one too. You are gonna want to land on this little tiny guy. Okay. Line myself up. All right, we're at space, Nate. What do you got for me? Okay, so we have a little spikes here and there. This is nothing too bad. Nothing too awful yet. There is definitely a lot more spikes than there is normally. I mean, you could even call this like an alien castle if you wanted to. Actually doing the wall jumps this time. I will admit, this does kind of suck for me a little bit. I'm not used to this. Ah! Oh. All right, now we can still cheese it a little bit. It's definitely still possible. It's definitely a lot more of a pain in the ass, though. Thanks for leaving this area for me, so I can kind of get accustomed. Just watch there be like a spike at like the very end of this to just make me angry. I am sweating. So most of this hasn't really been an issue yet. It's annoying, but I spoke too soon. No!
Is this your first video game?
Yes, this is my first video game. But no, yeah, I'm legitimately sweating right now. I'm just like, I don't know what's here. I don't know what going here is gonna do for me, but I'm gonna try it out. Probably not too much for me, honestly. I think the meta is just hugging the corners. It's difficult to do, but I think you can still do it. I'm expecting the spike wall anytime soon, Nate. Where is it? Okay, that's totally acceptable. I just still think it's so funny that Nate was just like, I need to figure out how to get Unreal not to crash because I've built something too high. Frame rate's going crazy or something. Like, I don't know how game development works. But that's like one of my favorite things. It's just like, yeah, I built this like way too high. Unreal's having problems with it. Oh, no, 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 no. Get back over there. Get back over there. Geronimo! Oh, God. Okay. This is fine. This... Ah!
Your rockets only work if they hit something near your car.
You're right. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Now this feels like a last level. It was gonna be a breather for me to do, but this is definitely significantly harder. And this time it's not really a change I'm mad at or anything. The game still feels fun to me. Oh my god, this camera. What the hell is going on with this camera? Okay. Alright. Please get me to where I want to go. This is definitely a lot more difficult than it used to be. Change it back. Game's too hard now. Change it back. Yeah, this is where you're gonna also have to start to tilt your car up. Damn it! It didn't catch. The problem is that I'm not hitting walls, okay? That's the problem. I want to hit walls. I can't do that because there's a bunch of spikes down. No!
Don't get hangry.
I'm actually very angry right now. I should eat something, but I've been having too much fun playing this video game. My first video game I've ever owned. I really hope I can beat this in like a reasonable amount of time. This is actually quite hard. Okay, we do have a floor thing, I know. Just gonna fly off you. Hopefully this will do something for me. I would land on that saucer, but I ain't gonna risk it. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We can do this. I'm just sitting here sweating, thinking about my life choices. Oh my god. I can't even think about anything to talk about because I'm just like, how am I gonna beat this? I don't know. But no, this is the correct difficulty level. This is definitely the correct difficulty level. It was too easy before. I'm mad that it's hard, but it's the right thing to do. At least you left these walls without spikes. So, I mean, you do have some mercy in your heart. I do appreciate that. Yeah, let's try some alien heads. Alien head meta. Yeah, so this alien head gets me to this saucer right here. I think this saucer would be good for me to go to. And it's possible. And that gives us a checkpoint also. This is the checkpoint area. Last checkpoint in this difficulty. And now for absolute pain. Nice to add a good landing pad there. Okay. We'll try to do the classic. I want to see what happens. Okay. I think this is doable. I just have to line myself exactly right. Oh, duh. I could just go on the inside. A little bit of a learning curve, but definitely doable. Can't put spikes on the inside. There's the mountain. It is deceptively very hard to do this. Okay, so we got the edge, lining it up, double tap, land on this meteorite. I don't think this is gonna be it. Maybe it is. Okay. No, we got it, dude. We got this shit. We got it. Sub 38. Sub 38. 37, 43, 56.
It's dinner time. It's time for dinner.
Oh, that's an awesome touch. Oh, I'm falling back down. Oh, no. Ah! That's a very good touch. I love that, honestly. Deedlee Doo. Good patch. Start your engine. Da 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 ba da ba da da ba da ba da la 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 ba na 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 ba da ba da la 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 ba da ba da ba 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 da ba da da ba da 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 da. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, good patch. I like this one quite a bit. You've done good, Nate. You've done good.